G'day guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, you're gonna get a bit of a behind the scenes look at how I set up my Rapsodo MLM2PRO and how I've kind of optimized it now with the help of this stand. So about 3 weeks ago now, I had David reach out to me. Him and his daughter have started printing these stands, these 3D printed stands for the Rapsodo MLM2PRO, and he reached out to me and said, would I like to try one? I absolutely said yes, because I'm gonna show you in a moment how my Rapsodo was actually set up. It wasn't really optimized. It wasn't great. It worked and I got really accurate data, but it was quite hard to actually set up correctly each time. Now, David and his daughter Claire, they make these stands, but they don't really try and push them. They don't try and sell them. They actually put up the 3D print file for everybody to download on the Rapsodo Facebook group. So they did give the file away for free. However, they are selling these things. Claire is selling these things. So she's got a website. Definitely check it out. I'll link it in the description. And the website is called clairesprints.com. Now, Claire is an 11-year-old young lady and she wants to be an engineer one day. And so obviously her and her dad are working together to print these things off and other things. I'm sure there'll be other things coming to the website soon. I'm going to actually get in contact with them and talk to them about potentially 3D printing some stuff for the Unicorn Mini. So stay tuned for that. But basically what she's doing is she's 3D printing these Rapsodo MLM2PRO stands. I'm going to show it to you because this thing is a quality 3D print. I've seen a lot of 3D printing in my time. I'm thinking about getting a 3D printer, but this thing is just, it looks and feels like a quality product. It was really nice receiving this in the mail, and I do really appreciate David and Claire for actually 3D printing this for me and sending it to me. The color of this matches exactly the color of the MLM2PRO as well. It looks really nice. But just a close-up view here, I might put up some pictures on the screen if this is hard to see, but you've got this inbuilt laser here. So you've got this inbuilt laser that is going to give you both vertical and horizontal lines. It turns on just by the switch on the side. Really easy. And the cool thing about this is it's actually built in with a USB port to charge the laser. And the amazing thing is this is USB-C. It has a battery in this back cover here, which you can unscrew and you can take out and replace, but it's a rechargeable battery, so you won't need to replace it unless something goes wrong. I'll put up a picture of the actual internals as well, because they've done a really neat job at actually putting a little control circuit in there to actually charge a battery. It's really well done. But yeah, USB-C charging. I mean, there's a lot of things that still sell that are micro USB, and to have USB-C charging, that is really cool. It comes with these little legs that you can screw out so you can get this thing to the correct height of your hitting mat. That's key, because you want your MLM2PRO to be the correct height. Otherwise, you're going to have issues. It also has, if you look in the middle there, it's got this spirit level, and it's really cool because now you're going to be able to get your MLM2PRO perfectly level in your garage or in your sim room. I am in my garage, and like most people's garages, they do have a very gradual slope. This is in case anything spills, everything will just feed out the garage. So there is a very gentle slope in pretty much everybody's garage. So now you're going to be able to check if you have this thing perfectly level. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this set up, but I'm going to show you exactly how I set this thing up and optimize my Rapsodo MLM2PRO placement with this stand. This is going to make it a lot more consistent to get your MLM2PRO set up correctly. And that's key if you just want to get in, do a session, get out. Setting up the MLM2PRO consistently is absolute key. All right, without further ado, let's get this thing set up. Okay, welcome to the view that my Rapsodo MLM2PRO sees. So this is how my MLM2PRO is set up. I've got it set up at the back of my garage, right in the middle of my garage, as you can see, and then it feeds down. I have it on this mat, and then I also have it on this thick bit of gym tile. And the reason for that is because when I have that gym tile there, it's the exact same height as my hitting mat. However, to get this thing level in my room, I did use a spirit level. So I've got a spirit level here as well, but I actually had a Pro V1 box to prop this thing up so it was perfectly level, and it was perfectly level. However, this is going to be a bit more accurate now that I have my stand. So we can get rid of this, no longer need that. And we definitely no longer need this. This can go in the bin. So the first place I'm going to set this thing is right next to my actual hitting mat, because I want to make sure that this thing is the correct height before I move it back into position. With these mats and the feet, if I screw the feet all the way down and just have it the actual height of the actual stand, that is perfect for my actual hitting mat level. So that's how I'm going to have it. If I didn't have these mats here, then I could just put it on the ground, and it's so easy to get this thing to the correct height, which is absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to move it back into the position where I know it's got to be. And to get this position, I actually go out to my screen and laser from my screen back to this location. So let's actually do that now. Okay, so this is, if you've seen any of my alignment videos, this is the dead center of my screen. I've marked it with 2 gym tiles. So that is straight back, straight through the hitting mat and looking back at my MLM2 Pro. Now, the reason it is not in the middle of my impact strip is because I have optimized my setup for putting. So when I putt, I put the ball on this fresh piece of turf here that I don't use to hit balls off. I hit my iron shots and all my shots from this middle section and also this left-hand side section. And that leaves a nice smooth bit of my mat here, this putting turf, so I can get a true consistent roll. And as you can see, the laser passes straight through that. So when I line my putts up, I line it up exactly with that middle bit. So now when I set my MLM2 Pro up, I can actually move this over slightly. I can run this parallel to the actual gym tiles there, the laser. And what you'll see now is that pretty much it exactly runs through the middle or just slightly off. And then it runs all the way back to this upright or to the middle of my garage door. So what I might do is I'll put this stand slightly off to the left-hand side or the right-hand side. And that should be perfectly now in line with the middle of my hitting mat. Now, if you don't have a laser, you can always just use the inbuilt laser on the actual stand itself. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that this is actually perfectly level. And what you can see is the bubble there is showing that it's not perfectly level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this perfectly level, and then I'm going to put my unit on there and we're going to align the unit. Okay, a few seconds later, and that bubble is now perfectly in the middle of that level. So really happy with that. It's that easy to get this thing perfectly set up. Now I know my unit is going to be on a perfectly level surface, and also the alignment's going to be perfect. Okay, once you've got it all set up on the stand, you've got the laser alignment done, the next step now is to open up the actual Rapsodo MLM2 Pro app and use the actual alignment through that. Because even though it's got the laser, it's got all these amazing features, I still personally would check it with the camera on the Rapsodo. That's one of the best things about the Rapsodo, is it does have that camera that it uses for alignment. Thank you so much, Claire and David, for sending this stand out to me. I'm going to use this every time now. It makes my setup a lot more elegant. It makes it a lot better. I'm no longer using a gym tile and an empty sleeve of balls to make sure my unit's actually perfectly level. Now I've got that spirit level, I can actually check and make sure the thing's perfectly level, perfectly aligned, and that's going to give me really good data. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and if you did, definitely check out Claire's prints. She's doing a really amazing job. She's actually got pre-order DIY kits that you can actually order as well. So she's doing amazing things for this community. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, let me know. Any comments or questions, let me know down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.